Once upon a time, there was a large forest among lush green trees and roaring rivers. The forest was like a paradise for all the creatures living in it. Every day the birds of the forest would sing, the rabbits would jump with joy, and the trees would dance with the wind. But the greatest hero of this peaceful place was an unexpected person, Brave Wolf. The brave wolf was known as a brave and intelligent creature that lived deep in the forest. He got his name from his courage and always coming to the aid of his friends. He knew every corner of the forest and would not get lost even on the most difficult roads. If he were asked, the forest was his home and his friends were his family. One summer day, an unexpected danger was approaching the forest. The weather was warmer than usual and the wind was blowing the leaves of the trees hard. No one was aware of it, but in a far corner of the forest, a small spark exploded. The fire began to grow rapidly, feeding on dried leaves and branches. The flames were growing larger with each passing second, turning into a huge fire. At that time, the little rabbits playing in the forest began to feel the heat and quickly ran away to their nests. However, Brave Wolf immediately sensed the approaching danger. From the top of a high hill, he noticed smoke rising above the forest. His heart began to beat rapidly. If the fire spread rapidly, the entire forest and everything living in it could be destroyed. Brave Wolf took action without hesitation. The fire was so big that it was impossible to stop it alone, but he could save the inhabitants of the forest. He quickly started running to the other side of the forest. He warned rabbits, birds, and other animals on every road he passed. "There is a fire. Go to safe places immediately," he shouted. The animals in the forest were panicking, but thanks to Brave Wolf's leadership, they began to escape in an organized manner. Rabbits, birds, foxes, and all the other animals gathered together and fled to safe places. The wolf, on the other hand, got closer to the fire and thought about what he could do to extinguish it. There was a big pond in the middle of the forest. The wolf ran towards the pond and took his breath there. He had a clever plan. By using the pond's water, he could prevent the fire from spreading into the forest. But for this he needed help. He quickly called out to the birds and other animals, "Carry the water from the pond. Together we can stop the fire." The birds filled their wings with water and began to fly towards the fire. Other animals also started to carry mud and wet branches from the edge of the pond onto the fire. Brave Wolf personally went to the most dangerous areas, dug the ground and carried water to prevent the fire. After a difficult struggle that lasted for hours, the fire was finally brought under control. Most of the forest had been saved. Brave Wolf was tired, but he took a deep breath with the peace of mind that he had completed his job successfully. The next day, all the inhabitants of the forest gathered to greet the brave wolf. Everyone was grateful to him. If it weren't for the brave wolf, the forest and all living things would be in great danger. As the forest returned to its former state, Wolf's courage began to echo throughout the forest. Now he was not just a wolf, but the hero of the whole forest. Thanks to him, the forest dwellers woke up safely every morning at sunrise and continued to live peacefully in the depths of the forest.